Välkomna! Vi ska ta och kika lite på optioner och framförallt då optionsverktyg. För det kan vara lite svårt att hitta strategier och hur man exekverar dem. Men som tur är finns det ett perfekt verktyg. Det heter OptionsPlay. Och det är helt gratis att använda för svenska privata investerare. Jag själv använder en hel del bara för att kunna hitta vilka optioner och vilka optionsstrategier som jag vill exekvera. Med mig, och för att förklara detta lite mer, har jag Tony Häng från just OptionsPlay. Vi kommer att prata på engelska, men jag tror inte att det är några problem för dig. So switching over, hi Tony, how are you doing?
I'm doing very well. Thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited to be sharing with everyone here a platform walkthrough of the OptionsPlay platform, showing you how to analyze some option strategies using it, and then lastly, how to execute that in your Nordnet account.
Great. I mean, take it away.
So let's go ahead and get started by talking a little bit about, OptionsPlay. We started this company about 8 years ago because we wanted to change the way that you can analyze option strategies. And I'm really proud to announce a partnership that we have created with NASDAQ to give everyone in the Nordic community free access to our platform. You can access it at optionsplay.se. This is what I'm going to walk you through here today. And for those of you that are learning how to trade options, there's a wealth of information available to you completely free of charge at optionsplay.se. You can have free education on these option strategies. So the ones that I'm going to walk you through here today, if you're in the process of learning about them, we have options education webinars to help you get up to speed on some of these strategies. The tools that I'll be showing you here today is also all available to you free of charge so that you can look at risk to rewards and technical analysis of strategies and make sure you fully understand what you're trading before you go ahead and execute them. And lastly, a community of traders so that you can share ideas with and get some understanding as far as these types of strategies and talk to other investors here in the Nordics. Now, my name is Tony Häng. I'm the chief strategist here at OptionsPlay. I've been a market strategist for about 15 years, predominantly in technical analysis and derivatives, where I basically help institutional and retail traders better understand how to look at the markets and execute strategies for options for their portfolios. And we started this company about 8 years ago because when we looked at the options trading experience, when you look at an options chain, we realized that this experience was sometimes difficult for many beginners to get started because you have to choose strategy, expiration date, strike price. These are all things that you needed to know how to do first before you can even analyze it. And the option chain, unfortunately, doesn't provide a lot of analysis. And that's why we created OptionsPlay. This tool is designed from the ground up to make your options trading a lot more visual. And it actually does a lot of the work for you in terms of helping you select your strategies, your expiration dates, your strike prices, and more importantly, it helps you analyze each strategy so you understand your risk to rewards before you go ahead and execute the trade. Now, when you log into the platform, it's divided into 3 sections. You have your trade ideas and watch list on the left-hand side of the screen. You have your security analysis panel here in the middle, and then you have trading and income on the right-hand side. We call these 3 panels the what, the why, and the how of options trading. When you start your day, you want to know what symbols should I pay attention to. So what we have are trade ideas. These are fresh technical analysis scans every single morning for bullish and bearish ideas across the major Nordic markets. Or we have pre-built watch lists across the Nordic derivatives, or you can create your own watch list to keep tabs on the stocks that you want to keep an eye on. Now, for any stock that you type in, the middle, the securities analysis panel, is designed to take the work of a technical analyst and give you the output of what a technical analyst would use to get a sense for the directional view of a stock. So we have the 1 month and 6 month trend to give you a sense for the short-term and long-term trend of a stock. And we actually show you how that trend has changed over time at the bottom of your chart. So not only can you see today's trend, but how that's changed over time and how long the stock has been in a trend for. And we also have a technical score to give you a sense for relative strength. So is the stock outperforming the market, underperforming the market on a scale of 1 to 10? 10 are the strongest stocks in the market. So for example, if we look at Embracer, as you can see, this is a stock that clearly has outperformed the market. That's why it has a score of 10 versus H&M with a score of 2 is underperforming the market. So you can quickly gain a directional view on any stock that you want to take a look at. And then what we provide you with for options traders are very important indicators such as the earnings date and the dividend date, so that you know if you're trading an option, whether there's an earnings or dividend that is coming up before the expiration date of your option. And lastly, price action to help you understand what are the relevant technical events that are currently happening with that underlying stock. Now, for those of you that are looking to speculate on an underlying stock, meaning you have a bullish or bearish view on a stock, there are two buttons here. You can click on I'm bullish, and we'll show you 3 bullish strategies for that stock, or you can select I'm bearish and see 3 bearish strategies. Now, the reason we created this was because if you have a bullish view or bearish view on a stock, you have to choose that on your own on using an option chain. You have to select an expiration date first, then you have to select a strike price and a strategy. Now, many times if you're a beginner, you might not know what strategy to choose or any of the other parameters. So OptionsPlay does that work for you. It starts you off with the popular option strategies. So you can see the popular strategies, and we have a P&L simulator so that you can say that if I'm bearish on H&M, how much money do I lose if the stock goes against me? How much money do I make if the stock goes in my favor? And see this P&L so that you can make a decision as far as whether the strategy is suitable for you. It's very important to know your risk to reward ratios before you get into a trade and not after. Now, what I want to do, spend a little bit of time here today, is a very popular strategy for beginners for options trading, and that's selling a cover call. And for that, I'm going to use the income tab here on the right-hand side. Now, the income tab will do the same thing on the trading tab, but provide you with 2 strategies that are suitable for generating income. That's selling a cover call for stocks that you own, or selling a cash secured put for stocks that you want to own. So those are the 2 strategies that you can utilize options to generate income for your stock investments. So if we're looking at H&M here, normally if I wanted to sell a cover call, I'd have to choose an expiration date, I'd have to choose a strike price, and I'd have to do that manually using this page. And many times when you're using a page that looks like this, you might not be sure which expiration date, which strike price to choose. And even if you did, it's difficult to calculate how much yield you're actually going to get from that strategy. So that's why OptionsPlay not only selects the strategy, the expiration date, and the strike price, but it also selects for you it also analyzes the strategy for you. So all you have to do is enter the number of shares that you own. Let's say you own 1,000 shares of H&M. What it will show you is which expiration date. So in this particular case, the September 25th, and which strike price, which is the 155 strike price. And it will show you based on the bid and ask price, roughly how much premium that you can generate. It will also show it to you in plain English so that you can actually better understand these strategies. This will explain the strategy if you're brand new, either in English, or we also have this available in Swedish for those of you that prefer the platform in Swedish. So both languages are available. And what this gives you is a full analysis of the cover call strategy. So in this particular case, this will generate 11.75% yield on a stock that pays you about a 3.5% dividend yield. So you're increasing your dividend yield from about 3.5% to over 15% when you're adding a cover call on top of it. Those are the types of yields that you can expect from selling cover calls. And the great part about the partnership that we have with NASDAQ and Nordnet is the fact that when you click on the trade button, if this is a trade that you want to execute, we'll give you the details as far as how to enter this into your broker's platform, but we also have this section here called the short code. And what you can do is you can take the short code and you can copy it into your Nordnet platform. On the upper right-hand side, you can paste this into Nordnet, and you can just click on the option that shows up so that you don't have to search for this option strategy on Nordnet. This way, when you enter a strategy, you know it's the same one that you analyzed using OptionsPlay. And all you have to do is select the account that you want to sell in, the number of contracts, which is also determined, or OptionsPlay helps you determine that, and the price. So you can use OptionsPlay to help you get a better sense for the price to enter your order at. So maybe you want to enter this at 0.95. 0.1.0, and you can look at the live bid-ask quote to give you a better sense for where to place your order. And all you have to do is click on the sell button to be able to execute this strategy in your Nordnet account. And one other feature that we also have here for those of you that are exploring this type of strategy, or maybe that you have a large number of equity holdings, we have a cover call report. This is updated every single day. And what it shows you is which stock, and we cover every single Nordic derivative, at which stock has the highest yield when you're selling cover calls. So maybe you own multiple stocks and you want to know where can you generate the most income from selling cover calls. And for those of you that like selling cash secured puts, and if you're brand new to this strategy, I highly recommend you to learn a little bit more about cash secured puts, because this strategy allows you to potentially purchase a stock at a significant discount. So when we look at a stock like Evo, as you can see, this stock's currently trading at about 625 crowns, but you can sell an October 615 put. And what this gives you the ability to do is potentially own this stock at about a 5.5% discount to the current price of that stock. This is a fairly significant discount on the purchase of a stock. And as you can see, there are many stocks in the Nordic markets that you can purchase for a discount of greater than about 3 to 4% in terms of using a cash secured put rather than a limit order. So this is just a very brief overview of the different tools that are available to you free of charge using the OptionsPlay tool. And you can access, again, all of this as this partnership that we have recently launched in 2019 with NASDAQ, and Nordnet has been a fantastic partner on this front, and we are bringing all of this available to you, the education, the tools, the reports, it's all available to you at OptionsPlay.se. So thank you so much for taking the time here today. I hope that you guys find this useful in helping you better understand how to utilize option strategies and how to analyze them for your own portfolio.
Thank you, Tony, for giving us the demo. And I mean, I personally like the platform. It's very intuitive, and it's very good to visualize how the option strategy will play out. And it gives you the profit and loss. And I mean, in the end, it's real-time data, and it's a powerful technical analysis tool. So that in of itself is reason enough to just try it out. And like you said, it's free of charge for Swedish and Nordic users. And I mean, I know you also do a lot of weekly and monthly webinars for anybody to just listen into if they want to learn more about options. And all that and the lists, the Google Docs that you showed, they could find all of that on OptionsPlay.se, right?
That is correct. And you know, we built this tool really to make the options trading experience more visual, because I think everyone likes to learn in a more visual format rather than text, and that's why we created this platform. So thank you so much.
Great, and it's me who's thanking you, Tony, for taking the time to show us the platform, and be glad to have you on again in the future to maybe talk a bit more about different strategies.
That sounds great. I would love to be back and talk about the different strategies and go a little bit more in depth to cover calls, cash secured puts, and even more advanced strategies. So looking forward to being back.
Great. So thank you for that. And for you as a listener, we'll make sure to put in some educational content as well in the description if you feel like you are a beginner and need to know more about how to trade options. Then you find more in the description. So Tony, thank you once again, and see ya.